Good afternoon, Jets Nation. Welcome to the Jude Jet Show. And Quinnen Williams doesn't play for the Jets anymore? Let's go ahead and talk about it. So if you were to read Quinnen Williams' Twitter bio yesterday, it would have read defensive tackle for the New York Jets. And now today, it reads defensive tackle for the ... and there's about a million other dots after that. So Quinnen Williams is no longer a New York Jet. That's right, we traded him this morning. I'm just messing. Quinnen Williams is still a New York Jet. He just removed the team from his Twitter bio to gain leverage in contract negotiations. This is something players do all the time when negotiations aren't working out with them and their respective team. A prime example of this would be Kyler Murray last season with the Arizona Cardinals. Their contract negotiations weren't playing out the way he wanted, so he scrubbed every picture of him in a Cardinals uniform off his Instagram. Every single picture. And then a few weeks later, he re-signed with the team and the pictures are back on his Instagram. This is just something players do all the time to gain leverage in contract negotiations. So this is why he's removing the team from his Twitter bio and not attending voluntary workouts. Not because he doesn't want to be a part of the team, just because he wants to get paid. And as far as we know, he doesn't want to get traded or doesn't want to get released. I mean, no reports have came out saying that he's requested a trade or requested a release. And if you look at his Twitter likes, it's not him in another team's jersey. It's not other fans pleading for their team to trade for Quinnen Williams. It's Jets fans pleading for the New York Jets to extend Quinnen Williams and pay him what he's worth. So don't hit the panic button yet. Hopefully this deal gets done pretty soon, and it seems like both sides want to get a deal done. They just can't agree on compensation. Now, when does this deal actually get done? Well, last week, Rich Cimini reported that the New York Jets and Quinnen Williams weren't close on contract negotiations. Of course, he removed the Jets from his Twitter bio today, so I don't expect it to be done in May. But I've been saying this entire offseason that it's going to get done in June, and I still stand by that. I think him and the New York Jets will reach a deal either by the beginning of June, by middle of June, by late June, but I do think it happens next month, and I do think it definitely happens before training camp. Hopefully. Knock on wood. But if you want something to panic about, it would be Quan Alexander not re-signing with the New York Jets, because today he visited with the Pittsburgh Steelers and tweeted out his famous big eye emojis. Now, while his Twitter likes definitely suggest that he wants to return to the New York Jets, what the New York Jets have been saying really doesn't line up with that. You know, Joe Douglas is saying his infamous, "We want to return great players. We always are keeping the door open to bringing them back." But we're probably not going to ever do that. You know, Joe Douglas is just saying that just to avoid any bad press. And Robert Saleh, in his recent interview, said that the Jets really like the young players they have at the linebacker position. So it really seems like the New York Jets want to go young with their third linebacker spot. Even though Quan Alexander is a great culture guy and a proven player in the NFL, the New York Jets just want to see what their young players can offer. And we have a ton of young players at the linebacker position. We have a couple undrafted free agents. We have Zaire Barnes, who was a 6th-round pick this year. And we also had 3 linebackers from the 2021 draft class. Shas Rod, who was a 3rd-round pick, Jamie Sherwood, who was a 5th-round pick, and Hassan Nasruddin, who was a 6th-round pick. And out of this group, Jamie Sherwood definitely stands out to me, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's our starting 3rd linebacker next year, because while he didn't get a whole lot of reps last season, like the rest of the young linebackers on the team, week 9 against the Buffalo Bills, he played 9 snaps, and in those 9 snaps, he had 5 tackles and half a sack. He got in the game when C.J. Mosley got hurt for a couple plays in that one. We brought him in. Defense didn't miss a beat, and he played great. And, of course, it's an extremely small sample size, but he was good in his limited role. He also had a fantastic preseason and a great training camp as well. And if he can have a great training camp and a great preseason once again, I really do think we could see Jamie Sherwood be the team's starting will linebacker next year. I really do think that. But I don't think we're going to be re-signing Quan Alexander. But of course, the door is always open for returning great players. New York Jets also signed undrafted free agent tight end Isaiah Gathings today. Now, Gathings was actually a tryout player in the New York Jets rookie mini camp, which is why we're signing him this late. But definitely interesting to see that the New York Jets, signed a tryout player. So obviously he must have stuck out to the New York Jets. He had a great rookie mini camp as to why we, decided to sign him. But this is the 3rd tight end addition the New York Jets have made in this year's draft. We, of course, signed E.J. Jenkins, an undrafted free agent from Georgia Tech, drafted Zach Kuntz in the 7th round, and now we signed Isaiah Gathings as well. And he is now the 7th tight end on the New York Jets roster, so he has a lot of competition in front of him, and it's now going to be interesting to see if he could climb the depth chart and potentially find himself a home on the 53-man roster. We're going to have to wait and see. Gathings is also a former wide receiver and played his college ball at Middle Tennessee State. But what are you guys' thoughts on all the news today? Comment it down below. But I'm your host, Jit, signing off for now. See you guys later. Peace.